Every night at 9:40 p.m., when the glass building turned dark and silent, Lena pushed her cleaning cart into the executive floor. The offices upstairs smelled different from the rest of the building. Less dust, more power. Lena was 32 years old, a single mother, quiet, observant, invisible to most people who walked past her during the day, especially to him. Ethan Carter, CEO, public speaker, family man. His face was on magazine covers. His interviews went viral online. He often spoke about loyalty, discipline, and integrity. Lena had memorized his schedule without trying. He stayed late on Tuesdays, left early on Fridays, kept a framed photo of his wife and little son on his desk. Every night, she wiped that frame carefully, because she knew what it felt like to raise a child alone. 3 years ago, Lena had moved to the city with her 5-year-old daughter, Mila, after escaping a broken marriage. She worked 2 jobs, slept little, smiled often for her child. Mila believed her mother worked in a big, important office. Lena never corrected her. In a way, she did. She cleaned the places where powerful decisions were made. She emptied the trash cans that held crumpled million-dollar drafts. She erased fingerprints from desks that signed contracts she would never understand. She was part of the building, just unseen. One Thursday night, everything changed. It was raining heavily. Most employees had left early. Only one office light remained on, Ethan's. Lena hesitated before knocking lightly. No response. She assumed he had stepped out and gently pushed the door open. The room was empty, but his laptop was open, and his phone lay on the desk, vibrating. She would normally ignore it. She always ignored everything. But the screen lit up again. The name displayed wasn't his wife's. It was saved as, "Don't answer here." Her hands froze. She looked away. It wasn't her business. She repeated that sentence in her head. Not your business. But the phone kept vibrating. Then a message. Preview appeared. You promised you'd tell her. I'm tired of hiding. Our son deserves your name. Lena felt the air leave her lungs. Our son. Her eyes drifted slowly toward the family photo frame. The smiling wife, the small boy. Perfect image. Perfect lie. She stepped back immediately, guilt flooding her. This was wrong. She grabbed her cart and hurried out, her heartbeat echoing in her ears. All night, she couldn't sleep. Not because of curiosity, but because she recognized something. The pattern, the secrecy, the quiet woman somewhere waiting for promises to become truth. The next evening, Ethan stayed late again. When Lena entered his office, he was there. For the first time in 3 years, he looked directly at her. You've been working here long? He asked casually. 3 years, she replied softly. He nodded, distracted, then glanced at his phone anxiously. Lena shouldn't have said anything. She really shouldn't have. But something inside her, maybe the part that once waited for honesty from someone else, refused to stay silent. "Sir," she said carefully, "sometimes silence protects the wrong person." He looked up sharply. "I'm sorry," she swallowed. "I didn't mean to overhear anything, but lies grow heavier over time." The room became still. For a moment, she thought he would fire her. Instead, he leaned back slowly. "You think you know something about my life?" he asked quietly. "No," she said, "but I know what it feels like to be the person outside the photo frame." His jaw tightened. She finished cleaning in silence and left. But the next week, something unexpected happened. Ethan didn't come to work for 3 days. Rumors spread quickly in the building. Board meeting, emergency leave, personal issue. On the 4th day, he returned, without his wedding ring, without the family photo on his desk. The frame was gone. The following month, news broke quietly among staff. Ethan had stepped down as CEO. Official reason, personal restructuring. Unofficial reason, divorce, scandal, truth. Lena felt strange, reading the internal email announcement. She hadn't meant to cause chaos. She had only spoken one sentence. 2 weeks later, as she cleaned the now half-empty executive office, she heard footsteps behind her. It was him. But he looked different, less polished, more human. "I told her," he said. Lena paused but didn't turn around. "My wife. I told her everything." Silence filled the room. She already suspected, he continued, but hearing it, it broke something. Lena finally faced him. "And the other woman?" she asked gently. "She left years ago. I was the one who kept pretending we had time." "And your son?" He exhaled slowly. "I met him." His voice cracked slightly. "He looks at me like I'm a stranger." Lena's chest tightened. "Children don't stay strangers forever," she said softly. "If you stay." He studied her face carefully. "You risked your job speaking to me." She gave a small, tired smile. "I've lost bigger things than jobs." For the first time, he noticed the exhaustion in her eyes, the strength. "Why did you say something?" he asked. "Because someone once stayed silent when I needed the truth," she replied. Months passed. The building hired a new CEO. Ethan disappeared from headlines. Lena continued her routine. Until one afternoon, Mila ran into her arms after school. "Mom," she shouted excitedly, "guess what? The new community center opening downtown. It's free for single mothers. They're offering design classes for kids." Lena smiled. "That's wonderful." Mila pulled out a small flyer from her backpack. At the bottom, in small print, was a name: Ethan Carter, founder. Lena stared at it for a long moment. That evening, her phone rang from an unknown number. She almost ignored it, but she answered. "I don't expect forgiveness," Ethan's voice said on the other end. "But I wanted you to know I'm trying to build something honest this time." She didn't respond immediately. "I didn't build that center for reputation," he added. I built it because you reminded me that silence hurts the wrong people." Lena looked at Mila drawing at the table. "Then stay," she said quietly. "Stay in your son's life. Stay honest. That's enough." She hung up gently. Some people fall because of power. Some rise because of truth. And sometimes the quietest person in the room carries the strongest voice. If this story touches your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Silent Stories for more emotional journeys.